On November 12, 1966, a group of gravediggers in Clendenin, West Virginia, noticed something strange. When they looked up, they saw something quite large passing over them. This being, which flew like a bird, was quickly jumping from tree to tree. After the incident, gravediggers described what they saw as a winged person. This observation constituted the first observation report of what would be called the Mothman legend. 3 days after the gravediggers incident, two couples near Point Pleasant, West Virginia, reported seeing a white-winged creature, approximately 180 to 2 meters tall, while sitting in their car. Witnesses Roger Scarberry and Steve Mallett spoke to the local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register. They stated that the monster had two large red eyes with a distance of 15 centimeters between them and a wingspan of 3 meters. The monster was also avoiding the light of the car. According to other testimonies, the creature could fly at incredible speeds. According to some, this speed was 160 km per hour. All witnesses agreed that the monster was a clumsy runner on the ground. According to them, the creature was flying too fast, because he chased some people's cars and then disappeared into the field. Scarberry stated that if only he had seen what he described, he might not have talked about it to anyone, but he told it because his other 3 friends also witnessed it. Observations continued in Point Pleasant the following year. Newell Partridge, a resident of Salem, West Virginia, claimed that he saw strange shapes on his television one night, then heard a strange noise coming from outside. When Partridge shined his flashlight at where the sound came from, he saw 2 red eyes shining like bicycle reflectors. When this incident was followed by the disappearance of Partridge's dog, everyone thought that the red-eyed creature had done it. On December 15, 1967, almost a year after the Mothman appeared, a terrible event occurred. Traffic was blocked on the Silver Bridge, which was built in 1928 and connects Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to Gallipolis, Ohio. This blockage put great strain on the bridge, which was built at a time when cars were lighter. The bridge's engineers were neither imaginative nor particularly careful when building this bridge. The bridge design contained very little redundancy. So when one part failed, there was almost nothing to prevent other parts from failing as well. And disaster struck. The chain broke, and the unbalanced bridge broke into pieces. Cars on the bridge and people who got out of their cars fell into the cold waters of the Ohio River. 46 people lost their lives. This accident brought attention to Point Pleasant for the second time after the Mothman incident. Some immediately made a connection between these two events. In 1975, author John Keel combined Mothman observations with the bridge disaster while writing his book, Mothman Prophecies. He didn't forget to include UFOs in the mix. The story caught on, and the town quickly became iconic among conspiracy theorists, ufologists, and paranormal enthusiasts. The Mothman Prophecies movie, starring Richard Gere in 2002, carried the popularity of the event to the present day. I definitely recommend you watch the movie. Well, let's talk about what this creature could be. We do not have any footage to prove this event that took place in the 1960s. We only have eyewitness accounts. As such, no one knows what the creature really is. But scientists and skeptics have some guesses. West Virginia University Biology Department Associate Professor Dr. Robert Smith rejected the idea that a flying monster was watching over the town. Instead, he claimed it could be a sandhill crane, a bird that was nearly as tall as an average human and had bright red flesh around its eyes. This explanation was particularly convincing considering initial reports describing the creature as bird-like. Some described this bird as a deformed creature. Allegedly, chemicals leaking from World War II ammunition areas affected the animals. Some have suggested that the Mothman legend is a story put forward to keep people away from these ammunition sites. Among all these stories, the more likely possibility that Mothman could be a bird is more prevalent. When word spread that those who first saw the Mothman compared him to a winged person, the event was perceived as something supernatural and extraterrestrial. When faced with an anomalous claim, the logical thing to do is to accept the most likely explanation. See you in the next video.